So all of the department's portable pumps operate pretty much the same way, but they all look a little different. Every one of them has three critical components in order for them to get running. One is an electrical switch, one is something that has to do with the fuel, and then there's one that is attached to the pump that has to do with the priming activities. So the first thing you want to do is connect your fuel and pump the fuel until you have fuel in the carburetor. Then you want to find the choke. The choke is attached to the carburetor. So in this case, here's the air filter. Underneath the air filter is the carburetor. So you'd operate the choke fully. And the last thing is turn it on. That gives the electrical system connection to the engine. So at this point, the engine should be able to start. I would pull this until I get it started and then back off on the choke in order to keep it running. Once the engine is running, I then have to prime the pump. So on the Hale here, it's very confusing because the primer is attached to the same bracket as the on-off switch and is very near the choke. And it can get very confusing as to which is the primer and which is the choke. So to figure that out, follow the cable that is attached to each of these down around the engine in this case, under the pump, and it will ultimately end up on the other side of the pump here on the exhaust pipe. And you can see that if I operate this lever here, it pulls on something associated with the exhaust, which is our primer for the pump.